Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Ann. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray that you're having the most amazing day possible. So, today we're going to talk about rejection, right? And that can look so many different ways. And rejection can also be a blessing in disguise, as we all know that, sometimes God will close a door, right? We'll lose a job or a relationship or even a friendship or so many different things that we'll lose, be rejected from, and it will turn out to bring out some of the most beautiful things, in our lives, right? And nobody likes to be rejected, let's just make that clear right now, okay? But, when we think about it, too, like Jesus was so amazing, but he was the most, rejected person probably that walked here on earth, right? And we too are amazing. We are amazing people. And sometimes, when we might get rejected for a job, God has another open door for us, right? We may be in a relationship that we wanted to work, but maybe we knew it kind of wasn't the best thing that we needed to be in, and we stayed, right? But that person's rejection was just a blessing in disguise. Even though we don't see it at the moment, when our heart is healed and we can begin to see very clear, we're like, oh, okay, now I get it. And then we move into like another relationship or friendship or, different area of our lives. But we just can't get stuck in that place of, rejection and let that hinder our growth or hinder our next season for where God may be taking us. I know I don't want that to hinder my season or delay me or anything, Does some things hurt? Sure. Can we, with the help of Jesus, get, through it and he heal our hearts? Or, we talk to him and like, man, God, like, this is what's going on. I thought you said, talk to God about when you're feeling upset and when you're feeling rejected or something didn't work out quite the way you wanted it to, right? But we have to remember, of course, that God's ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So just the things we think we should keep or hold on to are just may not be the path where God wants to take us. So we have to let some things go, and rejection is a part of our lives. But like I said, we're just rejected sometimes to get to the next level. I was rejected. And then that helped me to, through that process, right? Through that departure of that relationship, right? I learned more about myself. You go through your trials and your tests and you build endurance and character, and you learn just how strong you are, right? You come out with a new look, a new attitude, just a different perspective on different things in life. The things that we thought we wanted or what we thought we knew, it just, it changes. It changes so much as you grow as a person. But sometimes, like I said, that comes with rejection. And, sometimes we may even be rejected in our families. When we go to places, as children of God to, even share the word with someone, that we are his witnesses, right? And so wherever we go, we're loving on people. We're, sharing our faith and how it can benefit people because, in this world right now, there's so many things going on. I mean, people are losing their jobs by the thousands. There are mass shootings right now, losing jobs, losing housing, so many different things that are continuing to go on. So people need our light for sure. And, but one thing I had to also realize is, when we share our faith. Some people will receive it and some people won't, and that's okay, right? Some people will reject that too. And our job is to share it, right? It's up to the other person to receive it. And sometimes I would get in this thing where I really wanted them to get it, right? So I would sit there and have debates and, all of these other things until, I just kind of saw this devotional that, talked about, and it came from Matthew chapter 10, verses 14 through 15. And it says, if any household or town refuses to welcome you or listen to your message, shake its dust from your feet as you leave. Tell the truth. The wicked cities of Sodom and Gomorrah will be better off than such a town on Judgment Day. Okay, so this was when this chapter 10 of Matthew, it just talks about how God sends out, or how Jesus sends out the 12 disciples or apostles. And he sends them out, of course, with very little, right? Because he wants them to depend on him as Jesus, leading them, telling them what to say, telling them where to go, and just really have that open ear for his next directions. And so he's just like, hey, you go and preach, right? You tell the people the word, the good news. And if for some reason they don't receive it, hey, shake that dust off your feet, right? If they reject it, shake the dust off your feet, and you continue to go on. There's someone waiting, right? And sometimes I also realize that even in the moment, there are a few times when we may say something and people are like, no, I don't, really do religion, or I don't really believe, or, they have their other things that they believe in, or have maybe had some church hurt. I mean, just so many different things behind the reasons why people may reject a message about Jesus. But sometimes later, right, it may sink in with them. Like when they're sitting, or, something happens. You never know when they might go back to that word that you told them, right? We never know. So our job is to just continue to, to share the good news and to love on people, as children of Christ. And so yeah, allow God to work on their hearts, right? But we have to and move on to the next person. Someone is waiting for our light, especially with all the crazy things, like I said, are going on in this world. They need our light. And so share that good news. Don't be afraid of being rejected. If you're rejected from some other area in your life, God never rejects us. We're always invited to his party 24/7. He is in love with us. And some of us have to receive his love and know what that means before we can even get in another relationship. Because if we don't, we'll always be looking outside for something that should be inside of us, and knowing that God already loves us. We're already validated. We don't have to look to the world for those things. God already loves us. We're already, like, someone's already madly in love with us. That's Jesus, right? That is him. So, as we go through our life and we go through our days and, we have our moments and all these different things, we have to remember that he never rejects us. He's always loving us. Sometimes the rejection is for projection. Like he's gonna, get us out of where we are stuck maybe, or if he hadn't done something, or, made us leave a job, or get us, or, we were fired, or we had to relocate or something like that, we would not be in our destiny or walk in our destiny, So rejection, not always a bad thing, not a bad thing at all. Not at all. So that is all that I have for you today. I pray that you have an amazing day or night, whatever time you're watching this video. And until next time, bye.